Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Listen. Uh, no. Why is this stuff doing this? We need to start the show. Don't do this now. Why you going to freeze inside? Freeze. This thing don't freeze finally. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. I'm trying to. I'm trying to set up for Instagram. But it seems like it's a little. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna edit that stuff. Let me edit it. It's lower your standard. Thank you for that. Lower. Okay. Oh, lower. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. No, don't delete you. What are you deleting now? Don't delete, please. Uh-huh. Okay. Lower and then lower. All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. The title is Don't Lower Your Standard Because of Marriage. Don't lower your standard because of marriage. So I am trying to get the people on Instagram set up, but it seems like I'm not sure what's going on with my stand. I left the real stand upstairs. Okay, let me copy this. See if it's going to appear here. Copy. Pastor Jola, check what you wrote on the heading of the show. We have checked it. We are actually editing it now. We are editing it right now. What's happen now? Jesus Christ. Okay. Don't lower your standard. All right. Let's see if I put it here. If it's going to make it so I can read comments from here. Okay. Let's go ahead right now. Instagram is coming. So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much. How is Houston? We are trapped. I don't know. It's not icy in that. It is all icy in Dallas. Wow. Houston is not icy. You want me to show you outside? I will show you outside. It's not a little bit, but it's still okay. It's still okay. All right. Good afternoon from Ibadan. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. Happy new month. Happy new month, everybody. It's a month of February. I woke up around 2 o'clock this morning. I tried to record a video. Prophet Isaiah, how you doing, man of God? I tried to record a video this morning just to say Happy New Month. I'm telling you, I think I must have tried like about 5 times. I must have tried like about 5 times. It didn't go. All right, so I had to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? From Katie. All right, Katie, Texas. God bless you. Welcome, Unlimited Grace. How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. All right. So let's jump on the topic for today real quick. I am going to be talking about something very soon. I'm putting it together right now. I'm actually writing a book about it. The pathway to forgiveness. The pathway to forgiveness. Thank you from Calgary. And I'm going to be doing that this month of February. February, I'm not going to be around. I'm going to be everywhere anyway. Okay, I'm going to be in Woodland for 3 days at the Redeemed Christian Church in Woodland. When I get back, I'm going to be going to Highway 6. There's a program there on the 14th. And after I'm done with that, and like tomorrow, there's a program tomorrow on the 2nd. I'm going to be on a different platform. On the 18th, I'm going to be in Canada. On the 25th, I'm going to be in New Jersey. Then I'll be in New York. And then I'm going to come back home after, so I can come back and do my own Valentine's Day with my wife. Okay? So I'm going to be gone everywhere, but I will still report back to the house so I can do my own Valentino. You know what I'm saying? All right? So, but today we are going to be talking about lowering your standard. Lowering your standard. I did a counseling session some few months ago, and I noticed that somebody that I counseled, what she did was she threw her dreams away. She threw her dreams away. She lowered her standard just because she wanted to get married. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. And I want you guys to actually learn this, learn from it. And what happened is that sometimes when you are under pressure, and the pressure is more of everybody's getting married, when are you going to get married? Everybody's getting married, when are you going to get married? And that pressure is crazy. That pressure is crazy because everybody's getting married. They're inviting you to come for weddings and all kinds of stuff. You're buying clothes and shoes and all kinds of stuff, high heel shoes and bags and all kinds of stuff. And then your parents are going to contribute to this too. Your parents are going to contribute to it and say, rí ọmọ lágbájá, Tóyìn, ó ti bímọ mẹ́rin níbi tó wà. Ẹgbẹ́ ni ẹjọ́ lọ sùkúù ni. And then they will continue to tell you all this stuff. All this stuff they tell you. And they say, ó tún rí Fọlúkẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe marriage rẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí, ọmọ ti bímọ, ọmọ kejì rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. And they will telling you. They'll be saying it to you. And they're not just only saying it to you, they are actually trying to put pressure on you that ìwọ náà mọ́kọ wálé. And every day they do this to you. You know, you feel the pressure, and the next thing you want to do is that I need to find somebody. I need to find somebody to bring. And it happens to men too, not just only women. It happens to men also. They will be under pressure and all kinds of stuff like that. And sometimes you notice that all of your friends, they are all married. You are the only one left that is not married. So there are certain times that, you know, they want to do some things, and then they will say, Grace, I'm sorry, we are not going to be inviting you. And then you say, why? You say, because it's for couples. It's a couples thing. And you say, don't worry, it's all right, that's fine. And then they will remove you. And then you see that they travel to Las Vegas. Them and their husband will start holding hands and stuff, and then they'll take pictures, and then they will flood the internet with it. And you have been removed. All right? And you're not there. The only time they remember you is when they want to do ladies' night. It's just for ladies, so you can come. And then when you come there, you sit down there, they will start talking about their husbands. They will start talking about their husbands. Fúnṣọ́ ṣe fún mi ní. Fúnṣọ́, ó máa ra mọ́tò fún mi. Fúnṣọ́ bought me a new car. Fúnṣọ́ bought you a car. My husband changed my ring. See, changed my ring. and the third one will say, ring give me more. But my husband just bought me a Range Rover. Whatever. And then you will just sit down there and just be looking like Luco said. That, all right, why am I here? Why exactly am I here? Actually, those people are not so sensitive. When they're doing their stuff, they don't care about your own status. And at that point in time, you are going through something. You're going through something, and then gradually, when they invite you to go somewhere, you will now start declining and say, I'm busy. I'm busy. So you will separate yourself from the world. then that's when you begin to get depressed because you hide in the house. You go to work and then you come back, then you hide. Then you go to work and you come back and you hide. Even church, sometimes you won't feel like going to church anymore. All right, because when you get to church, all those wicked women in church, sister Tony, yeah, how are you? I said, I'm fine. Yeah, I saw your friend the other day, the one that just got married. How is she doing? Hope she has gotten pregnant. Why are you asking me? Those wicked women in church, the wicked women, they're so wicked, they mind their own business. They don't mind their own business. It is your own business that they talk about. They talk and they say, hey, yeah, we are only trying to help and pray for my this sister. Oh, sister, go with do your own. You two go get married. Emma worry. It's all well. Hey, yeah. And they will not understand that they are actually multiplying your pain as they do that kind of yama stuff they do. And you'll be so surprised. One day you're going to be in a place inside of the church, and then they are doing meeting, and one stupid mama will stand up and say, Sister Tony, can you come here? You see, they lead down there. Oh, everybody stand up. Let us pray for my sister. Let the heavens rain manna down. Husband, before the end of the year, shall we pray? Father, in the name of Jesus. All those ones that are praying, their marriage is not well, no. Their marriage nowhere at all. Those ones that are saying they are praying, their marriage nowhere. I don't know what it consign them. I don't know their whole problem with your own. Okay, they didn't even know. Probably you are the one intentionally. You are saying I don't want to get married now or whatsoever. You know, everybody that is standing and not married is a problem to them. They always want to come and be praying one nonsense prayer for those ones. All right, and then later down the road, you don't see Toyin in. Toyin is not coming to church again. Toyin has gone, not coming to church. Ijoma has disappeared. Ijoma no come church. Adeshewa don't run away. He said, where is Sister Adeshewa? Sister Adeshewa, Tisano. You know what I'm saying? What is your problem? If I need your prayer, I'll come and ask you. Why are you putting me on the spot? I'll be telling people I need prayer. And another funny thing that they do is that every time they see a man with you, maybe that guy just decided to come to church with you, but the next thing they will just come and say, someone. Who's telling you, this is my brother, or this is my friend. Torchlight. They'll be searching everywhere. Who are the people? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we put pressure on these people. Ijoma, you there? You're not deserving. Ijoma, the riot, though. Ijoma saying there, you never run. All right. I don't see you, Ijoma. Don't run away. You there. All right. So you begin to see that people put pressure on people. Then the next thing is you want to lower your standard just to marry just anything. You want to lower your standard just to marry just anything. You know what I'm saying? And then all because you just want to satisfy people. And let me tell you something. You see, when a young girl is growing up, they have visions. They have vision where they want to be in life. I want you guys to get it correctly. Get it correctly here. They have a place they want to get to. They have their own aspiration. They want to become somebody. All right? They must not lower that standard because they want to get married. Because when they do, they will never be happy inside of that relationship. They will never be happy. Inside of that relationship, they will never be happy because they will not become what they wanted. So they will start living the life of the man they got married to. And it's very frustrating when you as a woman already had a dream and then you couldn't actualize your dream. It becomes so frustrating that you will give up on life. I can show you so many women that I've had discussions with that they will tell me how happy they were when they were teenagers. During the time they were 15, 16, 17, 18, they had a dream. And I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be calm. And they're waiting for the kind of man that could complement them, all right, to become what they are dreaming of or what they have dreamt of. But the society will not allow them to rest. There are mommies and daddies who allow them to rest. Their mommies will be pushing them. Oh, you gotta be married. Oh, you when you say, oh, motivation ẹbí o, mo ṣe jollof rice o, ìgbà wo náà máa bẹ́ mi náà ṣe o, ẹ̀yìn mi gbàgbà o, lọ gbọ́mọ wá o, lọ fún yàn lóyún o, lọ gbóyún wálé o, lọ ṣe anything will be pushing. Like, come on, man, you don't understand what you are. They don't understand what you're planning. And then they push you until you bring your standard down. And when you bring your standard down, you can't vibrate in that standard because the standard where you are is too low compared to your capacity. Your capacity is greater than where you are come to. And that's where women get frustrated when they marry a man without vision. A man that doesn't have the kind of vision that they have dreamt of. Then they sit down there and then they start getting so confused. See, so commover. Shokore. You know, you just sit down. This is Shokolele. And we every time we say something, he doesn't see it. He couldn't see that. He say, oh, Uber. Oh, Mowa Uber. Uber osi olove ma di ko de engineer olove ma wa Uber. What's a business only osije lo mo se ki mo lo mo se ki lo ko re ki lo gba se ni factory ki mo ba won ti nkan ma ba won ti gbogbo e you know, you will get frustrated because now something that will happen to you is that the family will think you are the one that is disturbing him from making it in life. Making it in life. All right? You cannot. Is it? I heard the story of one woman who couldn't took exam to be a lawyer because the husband is struggling. So the husband is struggling at the moment. So she decided to keep quiet because if she should pass the exam, the family of the husband will say, So she too now had to stay there. She became stagnant inside of it. So waiting for the husband. And the husband is saying, so the woman right now is frustrated because that vision, she couldn't actualize the vision. And that's why you see women, when they get divorced, they go back down and then they catch their vision again. They come back up. Before you get to know it, they go back to school. They become registered nurse. They become wanted. They become doctors. And then they start making big money. Then they'll buy a house. Then they start their business. And then their children will be doing well. And then you begin to ask yourself, what happened to you when you were married? When you were married, they lowered their standard and then they became stagnant. And they're struggling inside of marriage because they lowered their standard, and that's why they couldn't become nothing. They couldn't become nothing. To some people, the divorce is a blessing. To some people, that divorce is a blessing for them to live the kind of life that God has created for them to live. I didn't mean they are still inside of the marriage. They will still be stagnant until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. You see, it is in the face of we Africans that we look at divorce as divorce is a bad thing. Oh, you're a divorce, yeah. You're a devil. You are going to hell. Anybody who is in this divorce is going to be going to hell. I've been surprised all my life. That nowadays, when I interview people, I will say, how about if the person is a divorcee? Say, yeah, that's good. How about if the person is a widow? I say, yeah, that's good. Formally, when I interview people for Singles Connect, and the moment I mention divorcee, they say, no, sir. No. There is no connection between darkness and light. And I'll be looking at their head and say, I will remote lady. Who they may marry? Oh no, and stop. And those are the ones that always come and be saying, I see to say to be divorced is a sickness. And then nowadays, I now come to understand, say, Now everybody is now saying, how about divorce? They will say, oh yeah, that's good. How about a widow? Oh yeah, that's good too. How about a single father? Oh yeah, that's good. How about a single mother? Oh yeah, that's good too. Now I begin to see that people are seeing the light. To be divorced is not a disease. Divorce is a lifesaver. Divorce is a lifesaver. Divorce is a lifesaver. Guys, you need to understand it. Divorce is a lifesaver. Some people entered into marriage and something that is beyond their imagination happened. And they couldn't hold it down. And it's beyond their control. And if they should stay one more day, they will die. If they should stay one more day, they will die. Some people got separated by being carried out in a casket. You know, some people that will be shouting, when you know you have tried, you have fulfilled all righteousness, walk away when you can still do so. But some people say, oh, we are praying, we are praying, we are praying, we are praying, we are praying. They stay there and they pray until they got separated, and then they carry them out in a casket and we go to bury them. And we're going to bury them. All right? But some people utilize divorce as a lifesaver. That they were in an abusive relationship and they were about to be killed, and they took the right step and they walked. They walked away to leave. There's no crime about that. There's nothing that is a crime about that. The Bible supports divorce. But divorce must be in the right way. You must do the right things. When you have tried everything and nothing seems to be possible, then you can divorce and walk away. And walk away. It's a lifesaver. So what am I saying is that so many of us, we will come into relationship just because you have been pressurized, and then you just marry anything. Some people, when they see anybody in overseas country, you don't even know who the person is. Just because the person is in America, you jump on it. One particular man who is here in America, he's smoking all around the place and doing all nonsense. He doesn't even have a house. Squatting with his friend. The mother pushed him, saying, you got to get married. You got to get married. They took his picture. They showed one girl in Nigeria. Because the girl lives in Nigeria doesn't make her to be a second-class citizen. The girl is on top of her game. She works with a company. All right? She was, at that point in time, she was a project manager at that company. But they now went and showed her the picture of one Igbo smoker in America. And then the girl now said, I will pray about it. And then she quickly can say, God said I'll marry him. And then they connected the two of them together. They got married and finished married and come to America. She found out the boy doesn't have a house. Doesn't even have a job. It is the mother that is paying the bills. It is the mother that is giving him food. So the girl had to go and struggle to go and find a job. And then she assumed the position of a man. At the end of it all, that woman had to leave. Don't ever lower your standard for marriage. It will end up in disaster. It will end up in disaster. I'm telling you, never do it. Never do it. Always make sure that you find the right person that is on your standard. And this is the way it's supposed to be. When a man is up here and the woman is down here, that man's supposed to pull his wife up. All right? And when your wife is higher and you are down, you need to make sure you do everything possible to come over and level with your wife or go higher than your wife. All right? Never marry someone that wants to remain here as a man and you are already heading up. When you get up here, this person will be the one to pull you down until you fall. Because a lot of African men, they don't celebrate the achievement of their wives. They get intimidated by it and they get angry about it and they look for a way to shut them down and pull them down. Only few African men celebrate the achievement of their wives. That when the wives are there, they continue to do whatever will push them up. But so many African men, they are full of ego. They want to bring you down. So if you lower your standard for a man, okay, and then you catch up with him, he will still find a way to push you down more so that he could have edge over you. He will continue to push you down so that you will get control. And you that you're supposed to have the capacity of someone here, you will end up being here, and then you get frustrated right here. And you get frustrated right here. And this is actually what is happening. Instead of you now going to do master's degree that will make you come higher, the man will push you back down. Come up here, push you back down. Oh, I got a new job, push you back down. Oh, I want to do a traveling nurse. No, you can't do it. I want to go for master. No, you can't go. I want to go for this. No, you can't go. I want to do PMP. No, you cannot. I want to do IT. No, you cannot. I want to do this. No, you cannot. And then I want to do CNA. Yes, you can do CNA. I want to do LPN. Yes, you can do LPN. And anything that will make him to still be on top, even though he's here, is what he will continue to promote. All right? The moment you come out of that relationship and stand by yourself, you'll find out that that dream will come back to you. And your dream will come back to haunt your sleep. And you will do everything possible to go and to go and to go and to go and to go, because nobody is going to be there to pull you back down. So if you lower your standard before marriage just because you want to marry anything, you will remain under for the rest of your life. But there are some good men that when they married their wife, the wife was here, and they could see the ability in the wife. And the next thing they do is to go under and keep on pulling, pushing up and pushing up and pushing up. They will give their wife every opportunity to do whatever will push her up to get to where she's supposed to get to. And they are here. But one funny thing that will just happen is because when you are pushing someone, you are moving also. When you are pushing someone, you are moving also. And that's what a lot of men don't understand. When you push your wife, you yourself are moving, because you cannot push if you don't have the strength. So you are gathering strength, you're doing the same thing and still pushing your wife and pushing your wife and pushing your wife. And the two of you will get to a level in life that you both will look down and find out that we have succeeded in pushing each other to the point where we could look back and thank God. That's what partnership, that's what it is. That's what partnership is. If somebody could not be a partner to you, it will be so difficult for you to maintain a happy relationship. Very difficult for you to maintain a happy relationship. And most of the time, guys, most of the time, I want to say this, I want to write it down. Most of the time, women, they have more potential. They have more capacity than men. They have more potential, more capacity than men, that if you put a woman to work and you support her and you push her, she will get to a place in life that a man couldn't get to. Go and write it down and go and do investigation. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. If I'm lying, I'm telling you, women, they have that ability. They are too powerful, too brilliant, and they could achieve anything. It's only Nigerian women. I have seen African women. They are the only ones that you will see. They are fully married and they have 3 kids, and the woman is still pregnant and she's studying for a board exam. She took pregnancy to school. She will drop her kids in daycare. She will carry the pregnancy to school and she will go through school. She'll be spitting in one hand and she'll be chewing gum on the other hand, and she'll be attending class, and she'll go home and she'll cook and she'll take care of Junior and she'll do homework. She'll do her own homework in the kitchen as she's cooking, and she will take exam and she will still pass. African women, those are the ones. They do it. They do it like every time. Go and check them out. Every time they do it and they succeed. Every time they do it and they succeed. It's only women that will say, ó bí mi lẹ orí mi ò gbé ìwé jọ, ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti lọ sùkú ọmọ in 1946 mo ti kó primary school, ìmọ̀ máàsì mọ́ ìmọ̀ nǹkan 1 + 1 = 20. Ìmọ̀ ó bí mi lẹ ìṣẹ̀mí wa wúbà ní ìmọ̀ wa wúbà. And that's how we whine until the time will be gone. Until time will go. And you will find out you just bring one Puruntu woman from inside one local village, and you will bring the woman to America. And before you get to know it, she will start talking to you about going to school. And then you will if it's what you want me know, so school, you was school, I'm telling you, They cannot speak good English. The woman couldn't speak good English. She went to school, she came in, and she's speaking Awana Ghana now. She's speaking Awana Ghana now. Now, still speaking it. I'm telling you. Somebody saying something. It's not Mensa. Again, it is particularly with African men only. We have them in more India. But they leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Before you get to know that Kuruntu woman, we start going to school. And before you get to know it, she can speak good English. You'll be speaking broken and every English together. Before you get to know it, you will see your wife will start speaking and one Ghana American accent that you have been in America for 20 years, you couldn't speak. You will be very, very shocked the way women could change. They got the power. The power is just there. But so many of you guys are actually in a relationship because you lowered your standard and you couldn't become nothing. And then the person you're married to is not ready to push you. They're pulling you down. Because they want to still have edge over you. A man always want to have control. And to have control, they must take money away from you. They must take money away from you. Whenever. Mr. Okpe Olofintuyi, please message me. Message me through WhatsApp today. Okay? Message me, please. All right? You see what I'm saying? They want to get control, so they want to take money power away from you. And that's why some men will tell you, you got to submit your paycheck. Submit your paycheck. Because if you don't have money with you, you are powerless. Money makes you powerful. Without money, you become powerless. You can't plan. You can't do anything. So they take the money away from you. And they always want to argue it. Like the man I told you the other time, when the wife came into America, the man said, no joint account. No joint account, though. No joint account. No joint account, though. The woman said, and stuff. The woman started going to school gradually. One day after many years, she became a nurse. Then she started working with agencies. And then she started making money. And then one day, the husband saw the picture and said, hey, you know, look at it. Bisola. Busola. Busola. We go do joint account. Lele, we must do joint account. Then the woman said, no, we are not doing it. You remember 7 years ago when I newly came, you said it categorically. Say, I no do joint account. That was what you said. No joint account. All right. So what has changed now? What has changed? All right. Please. No joint account. All right. Then he came to report to me. But you talk to her. We must do joint account. You see, before, while he was the one making money, he didn't care because he was on top. He was still the one calling the shot. He was the Mr. Ololade, Mr. Money at that time. All right. Now the woman was so quiet and so easygoing. She went to school. She started making ×4 what the guy is making. Now the man is now asking for joint account so that he could take the money away. Now they say money change you. No, money don't change you. Money they stop nonsense. It's not that money is changing you. Money they stop nonsense. So when you get money, all right, nonsense no come around you. That's what they're supposed to say. Now, money, they stop nonsense. Right? So the moment you have money, you will be very cultured. There is going to be boundaries. You are not doing yanga, you are not sakura. Is it? It's just the boundaries are going to be there. There are certain things you cannot eat. There are certain stuff you cannot talk about. There are certain people you cannot talk to. If the money go stop nonsense all around you, when they come to you, or they know exactly what to say. It's not like money change you. Money didn't change you. All right? Money stop nonsense. All right? That's what it is. That's what it will do to you. All right? So a lot of men, when their wife started making money, then they come and say, oh, she's disrespectful. Oh, she doesn't respect me at all. No. The woman, money, they stop the nonsense. The nonsense where you they do before you don't feel try them again. Now the problem be that. And why are you angry? You had your own time when your own money, they stop nonsense. Now bigger money will stop bigger nonsense. That's what it is. For a man that is wise, A man that is so wise, you're supposed to celebrate the achievement of your wife, because that achievement is yours. The achievement is yours. It's your own. She's making 3-figure salary. That's your glory. She's making 7-figure salary. That's your own glory. She's making 6-figure salary. That's your glory. Whatever your wife is making is your glory. And listen, whatever you do when you are starting a life, it will come back to bite you. Let me repeat it one time. When you are getting married, remember, all right, nobody is going to be stagnant. Yo. Are you getting the point? You see, if you talk about where you left me last night, I go come up for dear. Always remember, I feel no get money today, money go come tomorrow. And say, I feel no get job today, job go come. I feel no get paper now. Say drink, I don't get paper. All right, I go get them tomorrow. Anything where I don't get today, I feel get them tomorrow. So the way you actually deal with me, be careful, because by the time my own go come, maybe you are not going to have then, and that is going to bite you. So many of our men don't understand that when you are making money right now, don't treat your wife badly, because one day the game could change, and the woman will now start making more money than you, and at that point in time, you're going to look for a way to control her. You cannot, because money, they stop nonsense. And that's when you now start talking about her all around, talking about her all around, saying all manners of bad things about your own wife, the woman you're supposed to cherish and protect. All right, you now start saying bad things about her. Oh, she's a stupid person, very stupid. I like Maureen and Danny. I brought her to the America. I brought her to this America. That woman, I drove Uber for 4 years to bring that stupid woman here, and look at her now. Now she has become a nurse, making money at our cinema. Look at Yamajo Benia, Mafia Jobria, Peter, Yamajo, I will deal with her. I will treat her. I will kill you. Is that you're just sweating. All right? Money, they stop nonsense. All right? Now, money, they stop nonsense. So, when you they do nonsense before and nothing stops, is because the woman has not arrived. We say, all right, you are doing your own now. You are doing it right now. You think it's right. All right, you think it's right. You are maltreating the wife, doing all manners of things. You don't understand. I'm telling you, you go understand later. Yo, Lola. Lola. Money, they stop nonsense. So when you see the women, and them women, they know how to flaunt money. Oh, go and see women with money. You go know the skin go to shine. You go to shine skin. The cologne, the perfume, the body oil, everything go to smell nice. You know, say they are. Oh God, you don't understand. When they wear the scrubs, the only trouble I'm talking about class scrubs alone, you go know the class where they dey. All right, you go see the scrub, not be ordinary. All right, you go know the class where they dey. All right, when they won't come do 40, they will carry plate number. The plate number of their car will now become RN. You know, they go to RN there. They can't put stethoscope on top of their mirror. See, you know, it go better for all of you. We don't talk bad about me. I don't become nurse. They can't put stethoscope there. Understand? One sticker will come there, bang. They gonna say, I'm a nurse. Oh my God. And when they want to finish all now, they can't have one association of all registered nurses. Association of all registered nurses. They are going to do meeting. I tell you, I'm going to do meeting. They're going to donate money. They say, I donate $10,000. I donate $5,000. They're going to do party. You go on there, they look like what Greco. All of them, now we don't talk bad about them before. You go come suffer where. They know how to deal with them. Oh my God. I'm telling you. All right. So sometimes when we are going into relationship, always remember your dreams. Remember your vision. Don't bring it down. Don't lower it. Don't throw it away. So many of you guys, you're watching me right now. You have thrown that your vision, you've thrown it away because you wanted to marry, because of pressure, because other people are flaunting their husbands in front of you, then you feel like, let me just marry anything, instead of you waiting to find the right person to say I do to. It is not everybody who comes to you and kneeling down and say, will you marry me, that you should take a ring from. Don't take a ring from them. Take a ring from somebody that you know has got the potential to fly at the frequency that you are going. Make sure that person could fly on your frequency. If that person is not where you are, please don't lower your standard. Don't let anybody see vision for you. A lot of people, they have actually walked into visions and they say, now people are babysitting till today. Today they are still babysitting. They are still babysitting till today. If you want to marry, make sure you see the certificate of the man. Which school did you go? I went to Kinikon. Where is your certificate? Let's see it. Do you have potential to make money? Let's see it. Can you get a job? Let us see it. One man, they have been asking him to go get a job all this while. He said, no. Not knowing that the man don't get certificate. He don't get certificate. He can speak English, or he don't get certificate at all. So the only Uber he wants to do. Oh, what was it? He wants to buy car and go and sell it in Nigeria. Why do you want to buy car and sell it in Nigeria? Let's get a job here. No, I just want Uber. Later we found out that the man don't get certificates. You don't get anything. You don't get nothing. You don't get. All right. So you can't put the woman inside problem right now. The woman that is supposed to be going up is now pulling her down because he doesn't want the woman to go higher than him. Higher than him. You gotta see the certificate, yo. Let's look at it and see the school that you're going to. Can you make money? No. Okay. Sorry. Mr. Whatever they call you. I know they do this one. I go wait. There is nothing wrong with driving Uber, sir. Nothing wrong in it. I didn't say something wrong with it. But you're supposed to be flying. The kind of job you kind of get, all right, supposed to sustain you and your family and your children when they go to college. When they go to college, driving Uber is more of like a supporting job or a starting place. When you just newly come into the state and you're still going to school or you're still trying to get a job, you can drive Uber. You can drive Uber to just sustain yourself. Uber driving is to sustain you or to be a second, job for you, a side also for you. All right, that's not supposed to be your major job. It's a temporary thing. All right, you need to go and find a real job. Other people are making 6-figure, 7-figure salary. All right, so you got to upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself. All right, upgrade yourself. All right, upgrade yourself and leave success Uber driving or whatever you're talking. Leave it alone. Get a good job, a real job that will give you retirement, a real job that will help your kids when they go to college, that you don't have to make them to go and be getting loans. Okay? You don't make them to get loans. And the Uber driving you guys are doing is just because you want to be seen doing bomber. Majority of Uber drivers are very unfaithful. They will tell you they are driving Uber. They will go and sit down with one girl. A truck driver is making good money. A truck driver is making good money. He could actually become a businessman by buying his own truck and getting driver to drive it. All right, that's how a businessman will think. You cannot just continue to drive a truck the rest of your life. All right, you can drive the truck the rest of your life. You can drive it for a while. I used to drive a truck. I have CDL. You can drive the truck for a while, then you buy it as a businessman, then you are growing, you are upgrading. So from driving a truck into owning the truck and hiring drivers to drive for you. And then you could sit in the office and money will now come to you. And money will come to you, then you service, then you talk to the manager and you grow. And you grow. And you grow. Truck driving is good. But when you're driving it, you got to drive it with sense. Save the money, and become a owner. And buy 2 or 3 hire drivers to drive it for you. You become a businessman. That's how it is. So don't just come here and just say, driving Uber. You're driving Uber. No, don't drive Uber. You could buy 17 cars. You could own 17 cars and drivers can come and drive it for you, but it doesn't work anymore. Now everybody could get their own cars to drive, to do Uber. It doesn't work anymore. It used to work when I was in New York. There was one guy that had almost about 64 taxis in New York. 64. The business went down. It went down. Everybody could do Uber now, so all the drivers started going to get Uber. They were going to get Uber. And they're now driving their own things and stuff. I am working on buying my own trucks. Yes, that's the way it is. It's a business. And you're upgrading. And you keep going up and up and up. Don't remain one. You see, the responsibility on the neck of a man is not easy. The responsibility on the neck of a man is not easy. You cannot just stop growing. You can't stop growing. You got to continue to strive to be better in life. Because a day is coming that you will not be able to drive Uber. Oh, you don't understand. A day will come that you won't be able to drive. Your money must work for you. You must be able to sit at home and money will still come. Sit at home and money will still come to you. Upgrade every day. Do what will actually create retirement for you. Do what will feed you, feed your wife when you're old. Do what will support your children through college. That when your kids will need money, you must be there for them to see them through college. They don't need your house. They don't need your car. They don't need nothing. Don't build a house in the village for your kids. Don't buy a house for your kids, yeah? They don't need it. What they need is sound education, the best education money could buy. Give it to them as a starter. And they will start from there. They will stand on the ground and they don't have any debt on their neck. And then they will start making money. They'll get married and they'll have peace. And that's when you will be happy. And your job is done. And your job is done. And then you can now manage your wife and start driving and going all around the place and go everywhere. Okay? And go everywhere. Just keep going. And that's the way it is. And the Lord God Almighty will bless each and every one of you. I got to go now. I really appreciate you guys for what you've done. Somebody saying Uber driver in business that turn over 70 to a million annually. How do they do that? They own the Uber company, or you are driving by yourself. They're driving by yourself, or they own the Uber business. Understand? What are you talking? Do you know how much driving somebody would drive to make that kind of money you're talking about? Let's be open-minded, please. You know the kind of driving you drive to make that kind of money you're talking about? Or the person who owns the company where he has probably like 5,000 taxis that he's managing? Only you driving it? That's insane. That's a stupid idea for somebody to actually go out and be driving Uber all around, picking, and then you are risking your life. You're risking your life. So many Uber drivers were killed in New York. You know, they pick up some people at the late hour, and those ones didn't want to pay. They kill those Uber drivers. You know what you're actually exposing yourself to? Anybody who is still talking about Uber driving is making 200,000 is actually a lazy bastard who doesn't want to grow. You want to grow, you got to see that as a side hustle. You need to go do something. Go and upgrade yourself and stop doing it. And a lot of people who do Uber, it's just because they want to go and be sleeping with their girlfriends all around. They will tell their wife, I'm driving Uber. They're driving Uber, but they're actually sleeping with their girlfriends somewhere. You need to go and upgrade and do something that will keep you safe and make money while you're sleeping. Make money in a very easy way. Don't do 419. Don't look for a job, a real job. Go into IT. So many people going into IT and they're upgrading. If you did not finish college, you could get IT jobs that will pay you 6-figure salary. You didn't finish college, you will get IT jobs that will feed you and pay your bills, that you don't have to run it all around the place. All right? And then when they ask you, what do you do? You know, what do you do? You'll be so happy. You'll be so happy to tell somebody that I'm an IT specialist. They will respect you. They will respect you. It's a kind of a respect. When you say, I drive Uber, people look down on you. It's like, really? Without your degree? You're driving Uber? Uber is for people who are just trying to struggle, trying to get on their feet. Have you been driving Uber the rest of your life? Driving Uber for 15 years and you are not doing nothing? Something is wrong with you. And those kind of people you want to keep your wife under. Now think about it. If you are driving Uber, what do you think the wife will be doing? What do you think the wife will be doing? You are driving Uber and you are happy driving Uber. What do you think will be the job of the wife? CNA, or whatever. If the wife should aspire to be bigger and greater than being a CNA, a Uber driving husband who doesn't have a way of celebrating the wife will pull that woman down. Will pull the woman down. The woman will not be able to upgrade. Will pull the woman down. Will frustrate the dream of that woman. But when you have somebody who is an Uber driver, but thinking of upgrading, as the wife is moving on, he himself is moving. I used to drive Uber. I drove Uber when I was in New York. I picked up people. There was one day I picked up a lady. That was the last time I drove Uber. I picked up a lady. She's a black lady. I picked her up from the train station. And she sat on the back of my car. And then she said, oh, we're going into Long Island. And I said, oh, good. He said, have you ever been to the area where all the black successful people, successful entrepreneurs, where they live? I said, no. He said, yeah, that's where we're going. And this young lady is probably like around maybe 32 years old. And we pull up into this particular neighborhood of big houses. And the lady told me they're owned by black people. Everybody who lives here, they're all black people. So we got in front of our own house. She opened the door and she gave me a tip of $100. She gave me a tip of $100 because I picked her up from the train station and we engaged in conversation all the way down there. That got me thinking. I turned back around and that was the last time I went to drive Uber. I went back into my house, sat down in the basement, I started thinking about what's the next move in my life. I don't care if I go hungry. I want to think about what's the next move in my life. And that was the time I changed my mind and I started something different in my life. I drove that Uber that day. That woman challenged me. I saw all the big houses. They were all owned by black people inside of Long Island. And I turned back around and that was the last time I drove Uber. I'm telling you, man. I'll leave my house like around 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'll drive, and I'll go back home by 12. I'll eat, and I'll go out again. Then I'll come back home. Then by nighttime, and I'll go out again. And it's a dangerous thing. You pick up people you don't know. You don't even know who they are. You don't know what they're going to do to you. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. It's terrible. When you're starting, I remember when I newly came to the United States, I got a job. They'll tie you up with I don't know what they call that, maybe honest or whatever, and then they'll take you on top of a tall building, and then you'll be there and you use scraper to scrape the heights off of the roof, and they were paying me $7 an hour to scrape the heights. So one day I looked down, I said, Shola, to buy jabombi, $7 here will need to that $7 won't be enough to bury you. I was on there, I was scraping heights. I thought, no job, no nothing. I was scraping heights. The day they put me down, I told the guy, I know they come again. Then I went and got a job in one factory. I entered the factory, they said, you'll be pushing pallets. I was having 6-pack. I had 6-pack, my chest was round. Everything was still working in my body. My body was still working at that time. Young man, I was pushing pallets. I would strap it. I'll push it. The day came, I said, I don't do this one too again. This one, I don't want that. And then somebody said, why don't you come over and just go and actually do a truck driving? No, they first of all introduced me to selling cars. So I will get there, come and sell cars. And then when they come, they say, oh, we want to buy this Toyota. They say Toyota. I mean, I would say Toyota. They say, what? Toyota what? I said, Toyota, you won't buy Toyota for here. Which one is your head? They don't understand my English. One person now say, why can't you go and do truck driving? I say, how will I do that one? They say, you go to school of truck driving and then you get a CDL and then you start making the big bucks. And I went to try. And me, Nigeria, all this, what do you call this, manual shift. And when I got to the school, the moment they put me inside one truck, I just went, Jawole. The man said, have you been driving this thing before? I said, no, this is my first time. And I drove it. I threw the Ajagbe. I went directly. I turned around and came back to the place. The man said, you get to sit here. I passed my exam. I started driving truck. I was making over $10,000. I was making over $10,000 driving truck. Driving truck. And you just sit down. And every day of my life, I continue to upgrade. I didn't stay there. I didn't stay in one point. I started moving. Until they came to dabaru my life. The prophets. That's why I hate prophets now. I hate them like crazy. It came to dabaru my life. God came back and God said, you have to go back into pastoring. And then the prophet said, oh, yeah, oil company. Just have my job to go and actually be a pastor in New York, and I started earning $1,000 a month to go and be doing pastor. But I thank God because God opened my eyes over it. That's why I had to move back and stop after I collected 1,000. I got tired of it. Then I told myself, I gotta upgrade, man. Just imagine a pastor, I was driving Uber to sustain myself. That was like a side hustle for me, just to make more money. That was a deadly job. And it was actually very diminishing. That's not the kind of job that you tell somebody, you come on the altar and say, I'm a truck driver, I'm a Uber driver. They will look at you as a pastor, say, what? With all of this, what God cannot do does not exist. You are saying all this nonsense. You got to upgrade. You got to do something that will bring glory to you as a man. All right. So I decided what I'm going to do. All right. Then I moved. I moved to Houston. And ever since I moved to Houston, it has been from one glory to another glory, from one level to another level. I continue to move. I'm moving by the grace of God, by the grace of God. I'm not going to be tired. I'm not going to stay in one point. No. Every day of your life, you got to move. Start moving. So don't lower your standard when you are looking for a partner. You're going to look for a partner that could vibrate in your own frequency. If not, they're going to pull you down and you remain under for the rest of your life. So many of you married women there, so many of you married women over there, you are living in bondage. And you know it. And you know it. But you're so shy to come out and say it that I really don't think this is what I bargained for. What you're getting right now is not what you actually, it's not what you bargained for. You believe this man will compliment you. You believe this man will help you to upgrade. You believe this man will actually do this or do that. But at this moment, you find out that the man is actually pulling you back down. You want to move, but you cannot. You want to move, but you cannot. You want to move, but you cannot. And you're on the same spot. And this is what I teach in my church. Guys, if you come to the Rejuvenation Church here in Houston, this is what I teach. Me, I don't teach what God cannot do does not exist. Though. Me, I don't come and say, God can do it. Lift your hands up. Tell the Lord, Father. I don't do that. I started wealth creation like about 3 Sundays ago. And we have been talking about how you can develop yourself, how you can upgrade, how you can build capacity. This coming Sunday, my message is take a move. Make a move. Take a step. A big step. Don't ever in your life think of taking a small step. Take a big step. All right? Put yourself inside of a vision, of a dream that is bigger than you. All right? Move. God is with you. That's what the Bible says. You can do all things. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. And I told you guys in 2022, I said in 2023, I'm doing big things. I'm not doing small things again. I'm doing big things. In 20, you will be shocked when you start seeing, you see Pastor Sola rocking and rolling. I'm going to rock and roll. And I'm going to rock and roll by the grace of God. I'm telling you, I'm going to rock and roll. All right? I'm telling you, you got to do big things. And that's what I'm teaching. All right? I'm teaching right now. So you live in Houston. You are in Houston. Stop by. Stop by the Rejuvenation Church. That's what I teach. That's what I teach. And I teach it. And so many of our church members are creating jobs now. And I'm so happy. I could see the results of the teaching. I could see the result of the teaching is actually showing up. When everybody is fine. It's not supposed to only be pastor that's supposed to be shining. It is everybody in church that must shine. And the reason why we are there is to help each other. Okay, be your brother's keeper. If you have an idea, share it with him. If you have a secret, share it with that person. All right. Oh, this is the job they're looking for. Oh, this is the classes they're doing right now. You know, at the church, we have IT coach that will coach people on what certifications you can do. And they will train you on how to pass exam and pass interviews. All right. I have a coach who is into red flag coach that will help you when you are going into dating or relationship to be able to identify the red flags, the green flags, and the yellow flags. They're there. I have another coach in the church who is into a coach on business. You want to start a business, you need someone to coach you from A to Z of it. I got that person now. That's what we do. We don't just say God can do it and we come there and be holding hand and be praying and firing the devil. No, we don't fire no devil. The devil is not there. The devil cannot come near us. All right. The Bible says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and they are saved. We are saved already. We don't have to bother about powers and principality. Let us bother about growing. Let's bother about getting jobs. Let's bother about living a peaceful life. Let's bother about getting married to the right person. Let's bother about being happy in our relationship. Then we're going to be ready to make heaven. You must be the light. If you say, oh, I am the light of the world, and you are still a beggar, you are a stupid person. You can't be a child of God and be a beggar. All right? You can't be a child of God and be a beggar. You go to the right place. Go to the right place. All right? Where you will be taught the right word of God. The real way to live a life. That's where you should go to. All right? So if you live in Houston, so many of you don't know, I moved to Houston. I live in Houston now. Our church is in Houston. Come over there. Sit down. Listen to the word of God and understand how to go by your life. This is not hold your hand. Let's lay hands upon you. Every devil, affecting your life. That is a waste of your precious time. A waste of your precious time. What you should be doing is actually using the community power to grow. You use the community power to grow. Your church members are supposed to be your first clients. They're supposed to patronize your business. Your church members are supposed to be able to lift you up. Lift you up. Lift you up. That's the way it is. May the God Almighty bless you guys. In the mighty name of Jesus. I'm going to leave you guys now. If you feel you want to stop by the church, you can send me a message. Send me a message into the inbox. I will send you the address of the church. You'll probably go on my page. You will see the address of the church and the name of the church right there. You can stop by and check it out. You will be so dazed. We don't waste our time. And we hang out, we do party every month. We do party every month. We sit down there, we eat, we drink a little energy, drink a little wine, have some fun. We unwind. All right? You just go to place and be running after the devil that is not running after you. God bless everybody, Jerry. And have a beautiful day. Bye. Inbox me if you want to know the name of the church. Guys, inbox me. So thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Peace. God bless you, my dear.